Hello everyone, this is Mohammed back on live coding. Sorry I couldn't do any videos last week. I was too busy. So hopefully this week I'm going to cover up week 71 and the current week, which is week 72. So without wasting any more time, let's jump on the first task of week 71. What is the first task? Task 1 of week 71 is called peak elements. What is this? So you are given a positive integer $n greater than 1, of course. Write a script to create an array of size $n with random unique elements. Okay. In the end, it should print the peak elements in the array we just generated. An array element is called peak if it is bigger than its neighbor. Okay. So here is the generated an example array. Okay, let's jump on. So here's my setup. So have we got anything? Nothing in there. So let's jump on to task 1 of week 71. Usual stuff. User bin. I wish I can type properly. Use strict. Lines, and I'm expecting $n from the command line. So gb. So here's my first thing I need to do is I need to create a subroutine which would give me array with the random elements between 1 and $n. Okay, so let's call the method get random array. And we'll say this is my size of the array, which is $n that I'm going to pass in. So my minimum is 1 and max is going to be same as, so I'll give it 50, so between 1 and 50, and I'm going to create a hash of elements so I can clear out the unique elements. So this will help me filter while $size is greater than or equal to 1. I am gonna first of all I'm gonna create a random number which is let's call it E. It's gonna be $max minus int rand $min plus max. And then I'm going to check if this number already exists in my elements If it is, then move on and find the next number. Okay, so I'm going to do next if exists. I wish I could type. Exists. Download elements. So it already exists. Try again. Otherwise, store that elements. $E one and reduce the size by 1. So once you have done the n number, just return the keys of the elements. Keys elements. So this will give me the random array. So so I'm gonna do this. So let's see, test this code first. So shall I give a default value? Let's say default is say 10. Yeah, and let's get a random array is equal to get random array and passing the parameter that I received from command line, which is $n. And let's say print this. So let's check if it looks everything fine. So it's going to be array. I like its printf, so that's why nothing special. So let's do %s/n and join random array. Nothing magic here. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to run this and see how so I'll keep it as my default. So let's see. Come on, where is the typo? Line number 10. Missing bracket. Okay, interesting. Yeah, promising. Okay, so that's sorted. So now we have an array. Now time to create a subroutine which will find the peak elements in this random array. So let's create a method called find peak elements in this array. The array I'm going to pass in. Okay. So what we need? First we need a placeholder to capture the peak elements. So let's create a peak elements. Okay, so what we're gonna do? So we want to check if if the size of the array should be at least 2 or more elements. If it has just one element, no point finding peak. So for that, I'll just check if $hash$ array, which gives me this array of size of the given array, is greater than or equal to 2, then I'm interested in doing any of these stuff. Otherwise, just no point doing figuring out the peak elements. Okay, so three things. First, deal with the first element in the array. Then deal with middle elements, and then finally deal with the last element. And that's it. So let's do it. So why I'm doing these three things? Because it's gonna be little unique. I mean, it's gonna be slightly different how I deal in three different cases. So in case of the first element, so I'm going to peek inside the array. So I say if $array, my first element, which is 0, is greater than the second element. If it is, then that's my peak element. So I'm going to catch the first element and push it in the peak elements array. Peak elements. Yep, easy peasy. Similarly, when I'm dealing with the last element, so I'll do if $, so last element is -1, is greater than the element before the last element, which is going to be $array -2. And this is my peak element as well. So push at peak elements, my last element, which is -1. So we're done. First and last, now time to do. So what we're doing, we're saying so for the peak, I'm going to go to for minus $I is going to be first is my second element. So from one dot go to $hash$ array, which is the size by I'm taking away 1. So I'm skipping the first and last element because we already dealt with them, and then those are my middle elements. And then inside this for loop, I'm gonna do if $array $I is greater than $array $I minus 1, the one before. Yeah, if the current one is greater than the one before, and also if the current one is greater than the one after, then that's my peak element, or I plus 1. If this condition is true, then this is my peak element. So I'm going to say push at peak elements my current element, which is array $I. Yep. Close it. That's it. And then at the end, I'm gonna return the peak elements. One thing I should be doing is, in case it is just a one element, so in case, let's do, if it is just one element, so let's push that one element into this peak elements. So that's gonna be array dash 0. That's only, and then return as a reference elements, so reference to the list. So that is my return value from this method. And let's print first, capture the, so I'm going to call my $peak elements find peak elements in $random array. Yep. And then I'm going to print the result. So that's my peak element, so and it's going to be peak elements. I hope there's no more typo. Let's save this file and move to this window and run. Okay, so if the array has 10, 48, 42, 30, 31, 6, 16, 24, 26, 43, the peak is 48. So let's check. Is 48 my peak element? The neighbor is 10 and 42. So yes, definitely 48 is peak. 31. The neighbors are 30 and 6, so definitely 31. How about 43, the last element? 26 is the only neighbors which is less than 43. So that's one. So let's try run more time. So let's check. The first element 44 seems to be peak because the only neighbor it has is 40, which is less than 44. How about 50? Yes. Both the neighbors are smaller than 50. That's one. 38, yes, definitely. And 36, definitely. And then 39 is also peak. So, yeah. So that's easy. That's fun. Looking good. Okay. So that's it. So I'm going to quickly close this one, and then I'm going to come back and do another one for the next task. So thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you enjoyed. And if you like the video, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.